How you doing? We're in a slightly different environment, aren't we? No lighting, no mics, no fancy colored background. But I need to talk to you about something. I'm coming to you from my parents' house. Welcome outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Raining as per usual here in Pittsburgh. And this is fitting. I needed to tell you about this because I just got called out. I was wrong. And I think what I like most about this channel and us is we are a team. Look, folks, I'm not going to know everything every time. I certainly don't know what's going on in your marketplace, but one team member, one viewer pointed out something so important that I haven't thought about in a while. And I missed this when it comes to strategies driving on DoorDash, that I wanted to make this into a video because there's two things we can actually take out of this. This is straight from DoorDash's support page, and it shows us the home screen for your DoorDash Dasher app. And it says new icons help you know which areas are very busy, or not busy. Plus, we have updated our heat map calculations to be real time. Why is that important? Because I've always said Uber Eats is the most up-to-date real-time heat map surge. Well, that's what they call it, surge, as far as the per delivery bonus. But DoorDash telling us here that it is now real time. So we would assume it's on par with what Uber Eats is doing in real time. Let's continue. On the very bottom right is what I recently referenced in this video. I was talking about recent developments on DoorDash, and we're really highlighting the Dasher program recently with, 3 incentive programs that have really been going on in the last couple of months here on the Dasher platform. Top Dasher, Accept More, Earn More, and Time Earnings Mode, or Earn by Time mode. Now, those ones were supposedly ending last month in September, but we just got Earn by Time mode in Pittsburgh yesterday. So I don't think that's quite over. What do gray zones mean? Think about that. You can answer that down below in the comments. So in that bottom right, it says not busy. Those are the gray zones. And it says you may want to travel somewhere else to start your dash. There's what DoorDash tells you to do, and there's what I'm going to suggest. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to suggest that you do. I would not drive more than 15 minutes to a different zone. Now, I did 15 minutes basically when I was driving Mission Valley, California, San Diego up to La Jolla. And I did that because it was super busy, tons of power strips, and or really good peak pay. If you're going to be up there, if you're driving for like 2 to 4, 6 hours, then yeah, 15 minutes isn't going to kill you to go commute up there. It says normal. You may need to wait a little bit longer for orders, and there is peak pay, at least in this example here. So on the top right, it says busy. It gets darker red, right? You will start getting orders pretty soon. And then next to that, very busy. You can kind of see the bar measures. Looks like kind of cell bars there. It says very busy. In this example, again, this $1, it says you will get orders almost instantly. And really, that's what you want to drive on. You want the highest peak pay in busy or very busy zones. So not only are you not waiting, but you are getting orders almost instantaneously, so you can be very picky. You're allowed to do that. Being very picky on high peak pay is what's going to get you like 25, 30 plus an hour. Now here's where I was wrong, and I was only thinking about half the equation here. So on the bottom right, again, the gray zones, it says not busy. And that's what I was really leveraging in that video that I recently talked about, is I said, you don't want Top Dasher, which you need 70% acceptance rate, 70%. And answer this down below in the comments. Are 70% of your orders worth it as a Dasher? Please let me know, because you need at least 70% to get Top Dasher. But my point was, why would you want that anyway? Because the only benefit is to dash at any time, which means you can dash in these gray zones. And my point was, why would you want to dash in gray zones when it says right here, it's not busy? But doing my research here on the Dasher support page, and really just as a refresher, understanding what that home screen is communicating to us, look at what DoorDash is saying. When it's busy in your area and more dashers are needed, you can click on Dash Now in your Dash tab to immediately begin dashing. If it is not very busy, or there are already enough dashers on the road, you will see a schedule button instead. And you may click on that to schedule a dash at a busier time or location in the future. So again, what I love is we're a team here, and check out this comment that reminded me of this, that hey, Top Dasher might actually be worth it because of this. So Ashley, shout outs to you that sparked this whole thing on that recent video, stated, Mike, During the video, you said areas are only grayed out on DoorDash because they aren't busy. I've seen the situations that it pays to be a top dasher, 70% acceptance rate, remember. Because it's really not that the city isn't busy. They are totally busy, at least where I am. I've noticed it turns gray because a ton of drivers are in that zone. Generally, the richer towns around me, I've noticed, and especially with those zones having tons of cherry pickers picking the best orders for you. The zone can only allow so many. I think this is where it pays to be a top dasher. Otherwise, I dang sure better schedule shifts and not leave the zone during my shift or go on pause for too long during doing Instacart, for example. As long as you qualify for that following month, so the last day of the month, as long as you hit the criteria for top dasher, you get it for the entire next month. I mean, if you're dropping below the qualifications, you're still getting it for that entire month that you qualified. So the point here is, yes, preliminary graphic that we saw, gray zones can indicate that it is not busy, but it can also indicate that that zone has enough dashers. And look, I actually found a great example for this. It's not huge peak pay, but I clicked on this location and it's gray. I cannot dash now. If I was in this zone, I could not go online immediately unless I was either already scheduled or a top dasher. Now look here, there's currently a $1 peak pay. Now imagine this was like $2, $3 peak pay, super good peak pay. Because there's peak pay, that tells me that there's either current high customer demand and or expected high customer demand based on DoorDash's past trends and analytics. So the ultimate question for you is that workload of getting your AR to 70% at the end of the month, is that workload worth it to have the next month being top dasher so you can possibly squeeze in and not get closed out of zones that might have enough dashers but also have really good peak pay? Let us know down below in the comments, and thank you for being a team member. Thank you for watching, and consider subscribing. If you're not, no worries. Consider subscribing if you do want to join the team. We'd love to have you a part of the team, and thank you for joining me here at the original home base here on the channel. So drop a like on this video. If you got value in it, it does help out the video and the channel. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.